Alright, so Town of Snyder, January work session meeting, we're starting. So street department, so apparently the red truck still needs a person who won the bid hasn't picked it up and is not returning calls, and they've had plenty of reminders. So what do we wanna do? We could,
I don't know what we wanna do with it. Offer it back down the line.
we could put it out for bid again, we could just go to the next in line in the bid if we're legally allowed to do that.
What was the next bid?
I have to look back.
Do we remember? I don't remember. I didn't even remember what it went for.
15 maybe? No. It went for more than that.
For some reason, I got 1,700 in my head, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
if
was
that's right.
thinking it was kind of high for what we were, made the minimum
And I
for.
think the next one under was 15.
I think I'm for just going to the next one.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And we can't hold them to it. You know, they didn't win, maybe they bought something else. Right?
True.
So would you like me to just keep going down the line and see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Except for the one that bid on it the very first time and didn't take it.
And then the army truck, we're still,
Waiting on the title.
okay.
I went to the attorney's office
Mm-hmm.
to discuss it with him more with everything that the attorney is supposed to do. So
Okay.
I, not only did I email him information, I brought all the physical information just to make sure he had it, and I wanted to get his plan of attack when it came to the fire truck that was sold. He has all the contact information, excuse me, from the purchaser, so he is supposed to work with them. Then I called the purchaser and gave him the town attorney's number and said, look, here's the deal, you guys work this out now. Cause he's got all the title information, the old title, all of that. With this truck, he's got that too, so as soon, I haven't heard about a date of when he's going to court for all these things, so I can get back with him on that. But then he also has now that list, and we went over and discussed it and talked about it more for the agreement with Vrooms as well, so.
Okay, great. Thanks for doing that. Yeah, sometimes you just gotta sit down and talk through things.
Yeah, sometimes it makes it easier face to face, cause
Yeah.
then,
Just,
Okay.
going back to trucks, have we heard anything about the plates for the two that we just got?
I don't know. See, and the thing that really stinks about that is that, I mean, the plates could very possibly, maybe they just transferred them over from the last vehicle to the newest one. Because, I mean, they don't necessarily have to send new plates. You can just transfer them. And I can't go to the BMV for that stuff. Everything is sent downstate. It's like, here's a list of things, paperwork that we need. Here's the money that we want. And then you send it to them.
Have you sent it?
Yeah,
Oh, and you just haven't heard anything back yet?
no. So, I mean, I don't know who to contact about it. And then I even went to the DeMont branch, and while I was in the area, stopped by there and, you know, pulled up, you know, emails that had scanned stuff in there. And she was like, that's all downstate. I'm like, is there a contact person? They just won't give out phone numbers for stuff like that. Now back when Dick Ludlow helped work for the BMV, that was my person to be able to
Right.
get deeper information. So we've transferred plates before. Like, this is a plate number, we're no longer using it, and then so we have done that.
Yeah, I just don't want the guys to get stopped.
What plates are on the vehicles?
Well, they put the plates that were on the old trucks on the new trucks, but
Okay.
they're not legally on
And-
the new trucks.
But I mean, they don't
you
go
said-
out of town with them.
And you sent the
Yeah,
paperwork
they do.
to transfer?
I have to take it up to the dealer for the keys and
Oh,
stuff.
yeah, that's true.
And if they go get fuel, obviously they're leaving.
Yeah, yeah,
But, I mean,
yeah, I
I
think,
don't unless they're doing something crazy like, you know, driving off the road. or-
yeah, I don't know if I could just send maybe a letter to that same address and say I haven't heard anything. So I
Mhm.
can try that.
Sure. So you sent the paperwork to transfer the plates?
For all the registration information and everything, yeah.
Okay.
Or could Bob check the license plate and see what it comes up? And if you'd know if it was transferred or not. Okay.
Yeah, but we don't actually have a registration for them, which they would send us
Right.
back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so I could send a letter. I can maybe ask too if there is somebody of like a point of contact
Yeah.
with this too, so I will definitely send a letter, cause,
Yeah, we don't have Thomas Snyder on the side, so it looks like,
Exactly.
you know, leave us alone.
Which that's something that I do wanna try to get is something,
yeah,
I don't,
I think the fire department, we used to get, what was it, lettering made, and was that Shelby? Or whoever put like the stuff like on our cop cars even.
well, we used to have on our old trucks, that round insignia that said Tom
Mhm.
Schneider. I don't know who did that. I don't know.
It's on the military truck, ain't it?
I think it was on the Dodge. It was on the military truck. It just wasn't on the red truck.
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know who did it. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, well,
In
we
fact,
can,
that was probably when, what was that guy's name that used to be the clerk that got in trouble?
right.
Right?
Ray. I think he probably did that, but I don't know who he had do it.
I can talk to Bob today and ask where he got that done, like on the cop cars, and see if we can get something made to put on our vehicles.
Well, I can find somebody to do it, but
Oh,
if somebody's already got the artwork for it, it's just a matter of printing it out.
Yeah.
yeah, the artwork's not a big deal.
Yeah, with the
Anybody can
digital
do
stuff
that.
These days, it's really easy for them.
Yeah, it probably is. I don't know.
Yeah, you should see the cute little seal that AI made when I had a little caricature made. Tom Schneider, I think it had like a cute little train
Oh.
going through it.
Yeah, it's on your Facebook. Well, see, could you make sure you get the, yeah,
But
do we have an official town
Right.
insignia? Like Lowell has a little circular town of Lowell.
Like a
thing?
seal kind of
No,
Yeah.
I
thing.
don't really think so. I don't know who made that thing up and if
or
there's any
skyscrapers
artwork.
in the back,
What was that?
or skyscrapers in the background.
Yeah.
I can work on making one if you guys want.
It would just,
Yeah.
anything would look better than just say Thomas Schneider. That would be kinda.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a little peek of the town hall. or
Like
something.
Thomas Schneider Street Department, and then something in the middle. Okay.
Okay.
So Jenny's gonna make a insignia.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't even put street department on it. If you're gonna put anything on it, put public works.
Okay.
And then who's gonna look for who can put it on? You wanna start
can do
doing
that.
that?
That's easy. No, I'll just put it on.
Okay.
It's really easy to do.
Put it on?
Mm-hmm.
I think Barry put all the ones on the fire trucks.
Yeah.
But you gotta order it from some, I mean,
Right.
I didn't mean to, yeah, it's the whole,
Yeah, I don't, like I said, Bob has, I wanna say Bob had his done with that place in Shelby. But I also know a guy who's got all the, huh?
That place in Shelby's closed. I
Oh,
think.
I don't know, but I think someone, like even the guy that bought all the stuff from Transport Graphics, he does all the work for like the Blackhawk Stadiums, United Center, all of that stuff, cause he,
Mm.
so I mean, he just lives in Lake Village, he could possibly even make the sticker or decal or whatever.
Well, I need causes and we'll do it.
Yeah,
I can have it in a couple of days, but,
yeah,
you know,
Okay.
there's a lot of places that'll do it.
Yeah, if there's someplace you know and you're comfortable with.
Yeah, just, you know, if you wanna make some kind of design, just let me know.
okay.
Is the additional key ordered, Tom?
Yeah, actually, we've got it and it came in. I do have to take it back and get it recut because it apparently has trouble with it being kind of sticky, so.
Okay. What should we call it? You're green, right? Yeah. Neil's retirement. Did we get that to him? Is that done?
That was, the guy actually got, he was out of town.
Mm-hmm.
I left a message and, yeah, by the time Neil got his last check, that was when the guy called back
Mm-hmm.
and asked me what exactly he wanted. So, I don't know. I mean, it can get done in hours,
Yeah.
but I didn't know if you guys still wanted me to make that.
Yeah, we can still give it
Yeah.
to him.
Okay.
We wanted to do like you're gonna do a plaque or a clock thing,
Mm-hmm.
and was that in addition to the gift card?
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll still do all that
Mm-hmm.
and card.
The card's too much, I'm sorry. No card.
All right. Next, new streets superintendent. Kenny wants a shot.
He's got it.
Yeah. I feel like
We don't have anybody else to give it to.
Really?
But he also said, so we'll have to change the salary ordinance at the meeting, because if he wants to be the street superintendent, according to our ordinance, it is paid bi-weekly and a certain amount. So if he likes to get paid once a month, he prefers it that way.
Oh.
So,
How do you prefer it?
Good. I've never heard of.
I'm like,
Anything to do with money, I go to the wife.
You take the water bill out on his end?
I mean, I can.
Oh,
I could even,
I'll let you know
I could
on that.
split it, I could even split it 50-50. But, so he's been getting paid monthly anyway. So, we would have to change that in the ordinance. It's not a big deal.
That's fine. Just bring it up at the next meeting.
The ordinance change?
Salary ordinance,
And also the salary itself, what do we wanna give him?
do you want to, I wanna say,
What is he currently making?
off the top of my head, I can't tell you. I could tell you it's not a lot. I could tell you that Neil, I wanna say, was making $16.15.
And Kenny's making less than that?
Yeah.
Well.
So
Okay,
if
well,
you wanna just,
Let's make it $8.15.
Make it a little more than that, but I don't know what he was making.
I think he's making 14 or 15, something like that.
I have no problem with him, whatever Neil was making.
Okay, so we'll just
Yeah.
substitute. So
Yeah.
pretty much what we'll do for the salary ordinance,
Just change it to the once a month.
yep, okay. And
If
then,
that's, if he's good with
That's,
that.
that's pretty much.
and then he'll have the new title of street super.
He better be good with his money.
Do you want him to pay 50% of the utility bill?
No.
Oh.
good on this because he was the nepotism state code, because he was already,
He was in
He's already been
before.
hired, so we're not hiring him, you're just, and she doesn't have to vote on any of that.
right,
And, just make sure that, I mean,
yeah, I think we're good. 'cause
Neil was
Kevin
his
does
supervisor, so, yeah. So as long as you guys, the liaison is, you know, all the
Mhm.
supervision, then that's fine.
Yep. And then hiring, he was, an individual may be employed in the same agency in which the individual's relative is the appointing authority. I don't know if we even qualify for all of that, but if the individual has been employed in the same agency for at least 12 consecutive months, which he has, so we're just changing his job, we're not hiring him, so. So, okay, so we're going to give this to Kenny. And he'll have Neil's salary and change to, you're gonna update the salary ordinance.
It's just gonna say once a month. That's the only change it's gonna say.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Do we take a water bill out of both checks?
That's what I asked. I said we can.
Oh, he wants to take a whole one out.
Yeah, yeah, we're losing customers, we need to gain one.
Right. Exactly. I lost the little highlighting thing. Okay. Should it be called street superintendent? Because you said public works instead of street department, should we call him
Oh, public works
Just do it
director,
the
it'd be
same.
like an operator. That's
Yeah.
what Kevin was before.
okay, cause public works would include water.
Yeah, and sewer, and
He's not
Ken, you
doing
know, he doesn't do anything except for mow the properties.
Okay.
Is there gonna be any new requirements from the new guys out there on how it gets mowed or anything like that?
Probably.
I was thinking about that when I drove by. And seeing their trucks out there, it's like, new people.
Anything else on the street department?
No.
Building department, still haven't written the floodplain internal process stuff. We've been moving this forward, you sent those letters.
I've received all of the letters, or the cards back. So those 3 property owners have received their letters.
Hmm.
I've been contacted by 2 of them. The pool guy came in and asked what that was all about. I explained it to him. I said there was also a letter attached that you were just filling out stating that you will be unplugging anything in case of a flood.
Yeah,
And he's like, I would have done that anyway. And I'm like, okay, well, just sign the paper and give it back to us stating that that's what you're gonna do. He said, okay, no problem.
and he has?
I have not yet received that paper.
Oh, okay,
Heather from Carbright contacted me, and there was no permit number on that letter. And in that permit, unless there's something that they have in their copy, what I have doesn't state anything. It just says new building. Doesn't say where it's located. It doesn't have a picture, drawing, dimensions, nothing. So they don't know what building that you guys are talking about. So we have, I think we looked on like a GIS, like a Google Maps, to see what building that actually was. You could tell which one's newer. So they just need to be, and I think what you guys looked at on that picture, that it should be fine. But then they kind of, I gave them Tim's email address. There wasn't even a contact on that letter either.
Oh,
Thanks.
I talked to Tim, sometime this past week,
Mm-hmm.
and, I told him I would get in touch with, Carolyn and see if we can't get in there to take a look. And, but based on kind of what I'm seeing from that picture, probably won't have to do anything because I think it's a flow-through building, they just drive through it. So if you can drive through it, well, guess what, the water can go right through it too, so. And then another thing too is that, the way Tim explained it to me is that even if we told them what needs to be done, if they don't wanna do it, they can just flip us off and say they don't wanna do it, and that's the end of it.
Right.
So, doesn't really matter, I guess, but I'll see if I can get us in there.
And I think the floodplain guy, didn't he even say that if they don't wanna do it, then we would have to take action?
No,
No? Okay, good.
no, I
Good,
think it
good,
was,
good.
we have to do everything we can do
Okay,
to get and
Mhm.
them, but if they refuse, then we've done everything we can do.
okay.
Yeah, so like, yeah, we'll find out, you know,
Mhm.
when we get there. But-
I don't see why it would pose a problem for anybody to go look at it.
Yeah, so the guy on Parrish, I had a nice conversation with him, and he was, yeah, it was very nice, very reasonable, and so that's the one you haven't heard back, it sounds.
Yeah, I just got his card back Monday.
Oh, okay. No, that's the Dave Durham pole barn.
Yeah, but like I said, there's no,
Parrish,
it just has my phone number on it. There's no
it's okay, yeah.
email or anyway. So I'd given Heather's email, or I'd given Tim's email to Heather at Carbright, so I don't know if she reached out to him or not.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. We just got we got a new letter from them today, reminding us of the 3 permits that still had deficiencies, and they gave us a new deadline of April, and, you know, said fixing this stuff is, or, you know, could affect your, membership in the National Flood Insurance Program if you don't. So, I mean, it's their saber they have to rattle, which
Right,
is
yeah.
appropriate. So and I think it's just that we need to keep it moving forward and keep them informed. So I'll send them an update with what you've described. Yeah.
Okay, and
And
I'll reach out to the pool since they are, and theirs
Yeah.
is easy peasy. I'll just say, hey, and if they lost their copy, please just come in, I have one,
Yeah,
so I can
Yeah.
do that.
cool. And it's possible the Carbright building, maybe we don't need elevations for. If we go look at it and we can get some pictures and it's like, oh, this is a steel building of which doesn't even have doors, you know, like if you drive through it, then maybe they could just look at that and say, oh yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
it's a flood-proof structure, who cares what the
I'm
elevation
gonna say
is?
it does have doors.
Okay,
I don't know that for sure. I've never seen it except for just through the fence.
yeah,
And when you look at it from, you know, the overhead shot on GIS, you can see where the vehicles, you know, the tracks going in one end and out the other end.
okay,
But I'm thinking there probably is doors, but I don't
Yeah.
know that for sure.
okay.
So
So drive-through made me think, yeah, no, but yeah, I jumped to a conclusion there was no doors. Cool, so that's moving, I'll send them an email. And I already, we sent them the scans.
and I'll call the pool people.
And probably if in a couple weeks we haven't heard from the pole barn guy, do you want me to call him since I already talked to him?
Perfectly
you?
fine.
Okay.
We just have to have an elevation thing.
Elevation certificate.
So
Well,
should
that's
we?
the first step.
Yeah, should we make sure that just see if we get our elevation person first?
Tim already figured that out.
Did he get
Yeah.
someone for sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, he didn't tell me who. He just said there was a little bit of delay in having the letters ready to go because he wanted to have his ducks in a row with the surveyor.
Okay,
So-
perfect.
Okay. We should be sending regular updates to the DNR. Like I think that'll buy us, you know, they said keep us informed.
Mhm.
Something. So when I sent them scans of those letters. So I'll send them this, but like maybe it'd be awesome if we could be sending them an update every 2 weeks. It should at least be monthly. But
I mean, if we have a surveyor, can't we just send him over there?
hmm?
Can't we just send the surveyor over there if we have one?
Yeah.
Well, why don't we just do that?
Oh well, we need to get inside the
Oh, okay.
pole barn at least, because one of the things on the elevation certificate is like elevation of mechanicals.
But if it's surveyed above good enough anyway, then does that matter?
No, he's talking about like the elevation of the breaker box and things like that.
Right.
Just inside the building.
So even if you're
We're
out
not.
of the,
It's not going to be.
okay, okay.
I mean, if it was, but still,
Yeah.
the elevation certificate is a form, and I got to fill out all the fields. in it,
Okay,
so,
gotcha.
Okay, so the room property permit and occupancy, they picked up their permit.
Yep, that's all
Great.
done.
Nothing to do. I think. Wow.
Nothing to do then go to our ex-fire chief's wedding that he's got reserved for there now. Kenny's gonna be getting married in that building in October.
Oh, Kenny himself is getting married.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, we do need, so there is something we need to do. We need a fire inspector. We need to have a fire inspection to give a occupancy permit, I think. That came up when Tim and the Brooms and I met, and he was gonna go look into it.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we should have that anyway as a town, be doing annual fire inspections of commercial properties.
Don't they
Rodney's-
need a state inspector for that, with it being a commercial building, or no?
Rodney's qualified to do it.
Yeah,
I don't
Tim-
think he wants to do that.
Right.
He does
yeah,
it.
I'm sure he doesn't. Tim's qualified to do it.
but he doesn't wanna do it because that's like an internal control thing, it's like an extra check.
Mm.
Like with him being the building inspector, somebody else should be. I
So he
think,
was gonna look into.
yeah,
He was just gonna like say, let me make some calls, and so I just need to ask him. So that's the next.
okay.
Update permit fees. I haven't gotten with him yet. Keep that. And,
All of that stuff's online, cause he
Yeah.
just said to compare it to Lowell.
Okay.
And really all that is, like, right now, it's, if your permit is $10,000, there's brackets that say, or, I'm sorry, not the permit, but if the work, if you're doing something that costs 10 grand, then there's little brackets, and, okay, well, then your permit now costs this. Where the way Lowell runs it is, if you have a deck permit, it's $75.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Any other building department topics? So utility department. Is everything good with the new?
Yeah, as far as I know, in fact, I know they're up and running and they've been there, so.
So are they supposed to come to the water plant and, cause I'm gonna redo those forms. Aaron left all of the old forms, in case, I don't know what the other company, if they're gonna want the forms restructured in any way.
I'm thinking they're gonna give us the forms.
Okay, cause
That's
right
what they
now I'm
said.
working off of MCOs.
Yeah, and that's fine.
Okay, are they checking daily?
I would assume. I know they were there what is today, Wednesday? They were there yesterday, I saw them, or maybe it was Monday. They were there this week already, so.
At the water plant?
I don't know about that. I'm
Oh,
assuming if
okay.
they went to one, they went to both.
Okay.
I seen him at the sewer plant, cause they were parked in there different,
Yeah.
like backed up to the side. It's like, oh.
And I don't have anybody I don't have any contact information.
I can give you that. In fact, I'll just, pull it out of my phone and send it to you.
Okay.
I think, Aaron did quite a bit of work cleaning the place up. before
Yeah,
we
he
left.
sure did. He really did. I was shocked.
Not perfect, but not bad. A lot better than it was.
So anything else to do, or like, just move this?
How is this gonna affect us as far as the increased cost? Money-wise, are we
See,
good?
I don't know. I mean, I gave you guys a fund report. I mean, and then looking at like a bank statement, you know, we're okay. Now, water utility operating, our current balance is pretty low. But also I can kind of restructure how we paid too, because with MCO, I did a half and half, when really it's not half and half. You know, I mean, I could pay these guys, it could be 75%, 25%.
Oh, as far as which account it's coming out of?
Yeah, because they're not really doing that much with water. I mean, if you can, cause you know what's required, if you wanna give me
Well, it should-
percentages on how to
It should be
pay.
based on the way the bills is. Bills is.
They-
Where the hell did I go to school?
Well, MCO, it was like,
No,
they're,
not their bill. I'm talking about our bills to the customer. More of it's sewer than water, correct?
no,
More
we charge $100.14 to our water customers and $75.90 to our wastewater customers.
Oh, so the water's higher than the sewer.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. I was thinking it should be based off of that, but.
But I mean, they're doing way more work on the wastewater side, and they're putting way more time in wastewater than they are water. Water, they're, I mean, for the majority of it, they're pretty much just coming and observing what I'm doing.
Well, that's what you see.
Well, I know that, I'm not saying that they're not doing that much, but they're putting way more time in.
Yeah, I mean, they still, they're collecting all the samples that you
Mhm.
don't see.
Yeah.
That they even collect.
Cause we get, I mean, monthly microbac stuff, so they're
Exactly.
sending that stuff out, yeah.
I don't really care, however you wanna do it, I'm fine.
Well, I don't know. That's one way that I could adjust things if you
If
think.
that would make it work, to me, if that would make the money work out better, I'm fine with it.
I mean, when you were an operator, what would you think the ratio would be as far as your time spent?
Well, sewer would definitely take more time.
You want me to do like a 60,
Yeah,
60-40?
Yeah, 60-40.
okay. And like I said, there's things like, I noticed at their meeting that, you know, they said that they supply like their own gloves and stuff. See, I don't know what to expect out of these guys. We had to pay for everything. There were times I have a whole, when we got all that COVID money, I bought gloves because we had to spend it.
Mhm.
So I mean, I have gloves for days, and I would get so frustrated because I'm like, why are you buying these gloves? You bought a whole box of gloves that cost $400 on us. and hopefully they're still there. So, but they said that they were supplying their own gloves, so I mean, I don't know. It's gonna take me a minute to find out exactly what.
And I don't know what to expect either.
Right,
For a
right.
while.
So it'll be interesting to see what the change is gonna be,
Right.
especially with like drying beds. You know, we were doing that sometimes twice a year,
Well, I'm probably gonna do drying beds ourselves.
and that'll save a ton of money.
No, merely because of, it's horrible out there. It's actually embarrassing. So,
Or drying beds,
yeah.
that they weren't, like MCO wasn't doing something right?
Well, MCO would hire people to do it, but nobody was, this is actually up to us, it wasn't up to them. Our drying beds they're basically just a sand pit
Yeah.
inside concrete. Well, you've seen them. Instead of keeping the weeds out, the weeds are 5 feet tall.
Hmm.
Is that where the tomatoes are?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And that's up to us, that's not up to them.
Okay.
So what we need to do is once we get it cleaned out, which I'll do it, I'll use machinery to get a lot of it. But once it's done, I'll make sure it stays that way. And also that they can use it without dumping sludge into all those weeds, which makes it even harder to clean out. So
And if
Now
you
that-
show me, I can
it's
maybe.
gonna be way beyond what you could do.
Okay.
I mean, it's a big job. That's why it costs so dang much to get it done.
Well, even like the upkeep, once you get it clean the first
Pretty
time.
much, yeah.
Okay.
Every time it's dried out, or dries, you gotta shovel it out. Physically, somebody has to go in there with a shovel, wheel it out and put it into the dumpster. And then once it's out, I'll use chemical controls to keep the weeds out. So, but, that's gonna be the cheapest way to go, especially if we're doing it ourselves.
When you get there and you need manual labor to shovel stuff, let me know and
You send your kids?
I can send some kids, yeah, or come with them, yeah.
I mean, I'm.
If it's in the middle of baseball season, it might not work, but, yeah.
I mean, I get paid to work there. I'm capable of shoveling.
Yeah. It's good for them, you know, I've got kids that can be toughened up a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
so, I mean, they're good, but I mean,
Mm-hmm.
you know, some of
Take
them
it
need to be
home, you
outside
Throw it in your
a
garden.
little more.
What's that?
You take it home, you throw it in your garden.
Oh, trust me, I'll probably be doing some of that.
Really?
Oh, my garden needs it.
Yeah.
I have a hard time growing anything in this soil.
Hmm.
Well, tomatoes are
Weeds.
fine, but everything else is pretty bad.
We get a good crop of weeds all the time.
Well, yeah, no, it comes with sand. But anyway, I'll be very curious to, I'll probably drive you a little nuts until we find out exactly what this is all gonna cost. My fear is gonna be rate increases and things like that. How is this all gonna work out? And we're not gonna know for a while.
Well, we're not. It's not even that big of an increase.
I mean, future,
But we don't
As
know.
far
Yeah.
As far as we know right now. it's not
like,
bad.
how many other things in addition to the base rate they're gonna
Right.
having
Yeah.
us pay for? Like, MCO, maybe this just came to mind, MCO wasn't charging us for a lot of calls, Atterbury might, like,
Mhm.
just charge for every call, we just do
Mhm.
that. And then it's on us, like, if we can get some of these problems fixed so they don't get called, then that helps save us money.
Exactly.
Or it sounds like you're thinking like, let's get the drying beds,
How much
so
of
they're
this
not.
stuff can we do in-house?
Yeah, or let's get the drying beds so they're not embarrassing, so, you know, there's less they have to bill us for, or
Mhm.
they don't have to bill that out. Or, I think maybe part of it's like that they like working with us, so in 2 years, they're not like, oh, Schneider is a pain, we gotta up the rate to make it worth it.
I kinda think that's part of the reason that MCO dumped us. They
Yeah.
weren't making any money, cause they didn't dump everybody, and I think they kept the ones that were profitable. And I
They
think
don't
we
have
were-
Morocco. They lost that one, and they lost Hebron.
Well, they still got a lot of them.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it was geography. some
Well, that
too.
could be part of it, sure.
Or they dumped the small ones. and kept the bigger ones maybe.
Yeah. Kept the ones that are,
They're more profitable
Yeah.
because they're bigger, yeah.
anyway,
Okay. So room property, utilities agreement. I added just February meetings when you met with the attorney since the last meeting. Waiting on attorney. Meter installation. We're still waiting on the concrete guy. And but I mean that'll be in the spring.
I will message him again to see what he is thinking about all that.
I think we just wanna make sure he doesn't forget we're on,
Mm-hmm.
or do you wanna take it back in-house and do it ourselves? Cause we were gonna outsource it so we could get it done earlier.
no, I don't,
Okay.
I mean.
Yeah,
he's-
even the guy from, Jack's old building, he came in and asked when that was gonna happen.
I just
Cause
wanna
he doesn't even like where we put the meter. He's mad that we didn't ask him where it should be.
None of his business.
Doesn't it have to be in a certain spot?
I don't know. But I told him so I guess right now he's got something over it in case somebody drives over it.
Unless somebody drives over the parking blocks, nobody's gonna drive over it.
So I think we wanna be like top of his list in the spring.
Yeah,
Or I mean, it's gonna be in the 50s too, coming up.
Yeah.
So maybe it can be sooner. I'm sorry, can we backtrack to utilities, cause I have a question.
Okay.
This is what makes it a little bit harder about billing. The whole old Jack's or Better building, the restaurant. So they had somebody move out. Now, right now, so that meter is just one thing, right? And then we separated it when they got those apartments going. So, because it was just one bill for the whole thing. Then once they had those apartments redone, then we changed it, we separated it to 3 bills. You guys remember doing that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
I mean, is it all in one piece of paper? Or are you sending 3 individual bills?
3 individual bills. I can't put it on one piece of paper. So they were getting 3 individual bills because remember the whole thing was like, okay, you know, if you have, at one point we had a duplex, you know, with two separate families in there and there was 2 individual bills. So it was being separated. This apartment got a bill paying the same rate we do. That apartment got a bill paying the same rate. And the restaurant got a restaurant bill. So now it's not a restaurant, it's their office. There's the apartment, and then there is the people moved out just recently. So,
so nobody's up there?
not that I know of, they just moved out.
Just one apartment.
Just one. So we still got the front one where the white car
Oh,
is, because the other people parked in back.
oh,
So they're
okay.
wanting to know. But here's the thing, they weren't being charged for this office space because supposedly they weren't using it. So once we switch to metered use, once all of that is done, it'll be a lot easier because then we're just, whatever their meter says is what they're being charged.
There'll still be a minimum.
Well, yeah,
And the minimum is that they're gonna have to pay.
but there's one meter to the whole building, so it ain't gonna matter who's in and out, who's moving in, who's moving out, none of it's gonna matter because there's that meter. So my question is, there's 3 separate bills for that property. There was 2 for the apartments, now there's only 1. What about, how do we know about this office? Like,
I'm trying to figure out what to, What
should
they
I be
charge
charging
for?
them for that? Cause they're not being charged anything. Because-
they should still be paying sewer, right?
Well, no, because you guys decided at a meeting that they won't be charged anything because they have those 2 apartments that are being charged water and sewer. So while there was nothing
I
being,
thought they were all just getting, and that's probably where that came from. I thought they were getting like the water bill, which included water and sewer.
yes, all 3 of
All
them at
3.
one time were. All 3 were both,
Getting one bill.
no, 3 separate bills.
Okay.
Apartment 1, apartment 2, and restaurant. Water, sewer, water, sewer, water, sewer.
Okay.
Then restaurant closed. Diane came in here and asked why she had to pay water and sewer when, for a restaurant that's not open, and then water and sewer here and water and sewer there. So you guys agreed, we'll take this bill off because you're getting it here.
I don't remember that.
Just
Okay, well, that's
remember
what's going on, okay?
Okay.
So.
No, I'm not saying it didn't happen,
Yeah.
I just don't.
So they've only been charged for water, and between the 3 of them, they've been charged for 1 sewer bill.
No, water and sewer, water and sewer, water and sewer on all 3
Okay.
separately. Okay,
Yeah.
so 197.05, or I'm sorry, no, because they don't get they don't get charged trash. So whatever. $183.05 for apartment A, $183.05 for apartment B is what they're getting charged currently.
Okay.
But now these people moved out.
So wouldn't you just charge the sewer?
That's
So it-
typically what we do.
Yeah, when a house
Because
is.
that's-
Absolutely, but
You charge the sewer, but not,
here's the thing, and I'm totally fine with doing that, but I'm asking you guys about this building, this office.
Okay, are we sure they're using it for an office?
I don't know.
They
I
use it-
asked
So-
I asked him if they need an occupancy for an office, and he said no, because if it's for their own personal use, it's their building. He said he doesn't need to give them an occupancy, so I don't know what to do.
Well, they had an occupancy permit for the building, and if you change the use of it from a restaurant to office, but like you said, like, oh, the restaurant's closed and I just have my office in there. And it probably was an office room in the back of the restaurant anyway. And like, I don't think you need to get a new occupancy permit
okay, but you're
to
just
change
wondering,
purpose. So I think it's really simple if we choose to make it simple. I think we pretend that they're 3 separate shutoffs
Okay.
for water.
Mhm.
They're not actual 3 separate shutoffs. So we don't actually have the ability, if they tell us no one's in this apartment, we kinda have to take their word for it, right? And because otherwise we would just shut it off, and we'd know they weren't
Mhm.
cheating us. So they have the opportunity to cheat us if they lie, which I'm believing that they're not going to, or it will come to light, and then we'll address it. So if nobody's in there, but and then we treat it like we would if it had its own shut off, where you still pay sewer, you don't pay, you don't pay water when when you have the water shut off. And if they tell us, well, it's now office space instead of a restaurant, so can we pay the office space fee? As long as, we don't know that they're serving food out of it, I think, okay, we gotta kinda take their word for it. Like,
But they're not paying anything for that building right now. That's what I'm asking, is
so
how do
then-
I bill these people?
So
Should I bill?
I've just given you, I think, what the
Yeah.
answer is. You treat it like the 3 separate shutoffs. Forget that there's one shutoff, and forget that they're all in the same building. So what you would do for the office space thing, we would just bill them the sewer. And if they said we're using it as office space,
They did say that,
well then they got to pay water.
but
and
I don't know
office
if they're
space, right?
inhabiting it right now. That was why I asked him about if they need to do a change of occupancy, which he said they don't. But, and I said, well, do they get an occupancy after all that big huge permit, all that work they did in there? And I said, now do you get an
It was a-
occupancy for that? And he said no.
No, you don't get it because it was just a renovation.
Right, and I understand that,
Fixing
but
a problem.
so okay, I guess what I'm asking is, would it be okay if I charged water and sewer for that building, what I think is fair, water and sewer for the office, and just water for those 2 apartments? And then, but minus the initial apartment, or apartment B, because nobody's in there anymore. So could they get a bill for apartment 1 for just water? Yes, someone's flushing a toilet, but it's still only being treated, but then the office will be charged water and sewer. Because it's 1 sewer line.
I,
But it wasn't that way before.
No, it wasn't that way before.
Well,
But it did-
You don't
but it-
charge them anything for the back office or
Well,
the empty apartment.
The apartment 2, if nobody is living in there, then they're not gonna be charged anything. So there's nobody in there.
Okay, but under normal circumstances, if I leave my house, nobody's living in it, I'm still getting a sewer bill.
Right, but this one's paying that.
Okay,
But
I
I- but I-
understand that, but when we broke it up before and they were getting a water bill and a sewer bill,
And then they came in here and said that, remember, it was a big,
I know it's a
a
big
big,
thing,
big,
but I
huge
think
thing.
we decided you got a bill like a house did.
right.
I don't remember
and
the
so,
sewer being anything different.
Because like that, the one, cause I know we were comparing it to the duplex that had separate
Yeah.
shut-offs.
So I mean, if you
So-
wanna give them a break, I could see, okay, you charge them water, sewer bill for the apartment, charge them a water, sewer bill for the office, and you're not getting charged for water or sewer until the other apartment becomes rented again. I don't know,
Cause see, right now, this isn't getting a bill at all.
right,
So if I turn this off cause nobody's living there, then the water and sewer is just coming from one place.
right,
But they can go inside that office and use water and sewer all they want because we can't shut it off.
I don't care.
right.
Okay?
I mean, it's not the risk of them being able to steal or whatever,
You know,
gain
the-
something by fraud, by lying to us, isn't worth the cost of us paying for putting in the additional shut-offs and water lines.
Well, no, because once we start a metered charge, they're gonna be charged appropriately because all of the water use is going to be rated that way. But we
Okay.
don't have that availability right now. And also, when you have an office,
Can you,
and it gets charged more. They don't get residential charge. They make more. Or we make more off of office use. Like the post office pays more than we do.
Right.
So, I
But
mean,
they pay
I'll
less-
do
but they
whatever
pay
you
less
guys
than
want
the
me to do. I
restaurant,
just,
right?
huh?
They pay less than the restaurant?
Yeah, there's separate rate charges.
I thought it was all based on number of employees.
It is, but a restaurant's rate is higher than an office.
Oh,
Because
okay.
you have people from there.
Yeah, so I wanna say like the liquor store, I wanna say like their base is,
so we could talk about this for the next half an hour. This is an issue that we've talked about many times. I kinda wanna move on.
okay, when I have to bill these people
Right, and
next time I
you're
do
saying
billing.
we'll do whatever you want us to do. I've proposed something and I'm not sure you've reacted to it.
Because
Right.
I don't, okay, so you
Okay,
want
so
sewer,
can
3
you-
sewer charges?
Can you
Or,
let me talk? And then can you tell me where you do or you don't understand? And instead of just telling me something else you'd rather do, like let's engage on
Okay.
this proposal. I'm saying I think the simplest thing is we just pretend that it's like a duplex with independent shut-offs and a commercial space with an independent shut-off. And we bill them the way we would a duplex with 2 shut-offs and a commercial, that when they contact us and say the apartment 2 is unoccupied, somebody else will be contacting us saying, please shut off, the water to apartment 2. But instead of they're just, because there's no shut off, they say, apartment 2 is unoccupied. And we say, okay, we believe you, we trust you, and we stop billing them for that. The water, but we keep billing them for the sewer the same way we would with any other residential thing. That's
That would
this-
seem to be the fairest thing as far as the apartments go. And as far as the, you said that they have said that they're using it as an office?
Yeah, that's what they said, that is going to be office space now. So that was the reason why I went to Tim and said, do they get an occupancy? Because that would be like, okay, well, we're
which they don't, they've already
occupying.
covered that, right?
I understand, see, so
So
if,
we,
I was just wanting to know if it is being occupied currently, because right now they're not getting a bill for it.
so you,
That's all I wanna know.
Yeah, so you ask them, you say, hey, do you need water in the office space? Like, are you're using that as office space, right?
They have it, it's on.
Yeah.
I understand what you're saying, but they're
I'm
not.
saying pretend that there's a shut off.
Okay,
Like,
yeah, I can
you're-
pretend, and they're gonna pretend and say no.
Then they get billed for sewer, and like, I don't know, what do you wanna do, hire a private investigator?
Are they-
Alright, I'm not trying to be that
there's-
difficult.
I'm just saying,
Alright, so
I
how
know, but
about
I
3
just-
sewer charges and 1 water?
that's not what we just, well, that's,
Yeah,
you gotta
that's-
contact them, you gotta say,
And then if they're,
are you using
She
that?
contacted me and said, our guy, he's moving out,
Mhm.
how is that gonna reflect on the bill? And I said, you know what, let me ask, because I don't wanna make any of those decisions. Because last time I did, I got screamed at every day for 2 hours for a whole week,
Yeah,
and it became a big, huge ordeal. So I'm trying to smash that now.
yeah,
So I just, not trying to cause any issues, start an argument. I was just trying to refresh you on your guys' first decisions on how it is. So now I know how to deal with it. I wanted to let you know how they're getting billed now. How they were getting billed before was 3 separate ones. How they're getting billed now, and what do you want me to do
so
moving
you gotta
forward?
contact them and say, are you using that as office space? Right, or was like a question for like, can we be billed as office space? Or maybe you gotta word it nicely, so that we're not,
They're using it for office space.
okay. So they're currently, they've told you that they're using it for office space?
They're using it for office space.
Then
Whether they're going to say that they're there every day or once a
every day
month,
doesn't matter, once a month, it's just,
I would agree with that.
it's just,
If they're using it,
It's
Then they
water
should
and
pay.
sewer.
okay, that's all I wanted to know. So bill them for both. Bill the apartment upstairs for both,
and the empty one.
and just sewer. Okay. That's what you want me to do, I will do that.
I think that's fair based on what we do with everybody else.
Mhm.
is that what we're doing? The post office building? It's got multiple
No,
businesses in it?
nope,
Okay. Are there any other buildings?
because
or-
it's not nothing residential, so it gets billed per employee.
Is
So
that
then
how
that's,
we-
then that's the same as the liquor store, now that they have that little shop on the end, now we're just increasing it by the employee.
Right.
Okay,
And
so
that's how the
so-
restaurant was normally billed. That's how it was kind of normally done, was they had so many employees, and then if they had people upstairs, we just added employees.
Oh, that's what we used to do.
Yeah, back when Jack had it.
And I'm just surprised they didn't put another water line shut off. Just so if they ever had like a drive-through, I think they were thinking about in the beginning that they would get their own water and sewer bill and all that stuff, but,
And like even the liquor store, it's just built as one building.
yeah.
And then like, and the post office does too, so as of now, their bill, has gone up because of the little restaurant that's put in.
Okay, so that makes sense. We sum so when it's 2 businesses with 1 shut off, we just sum the employees from both, and we let's say use the higher base rate of the two. You know, whatever, if it's a restaurant and a office space, and if restaurants are higher rate, we would use that.
Well, what I do is, so the base rate's all the same, all around. It's the additional employees that
That
has the
increases.
difference.
Oh, thought
So
they were
I got
different.
the base rate, you got your office employee at this rate, and then now you have restaurant employees additional adding into that rate.
Okay,
So I mean, that is another option to be extremely fair, is for those apartments to be employees. But the difference is somebody's living there all the time, and I think that's where the initial argument came in, was that even though it's still a commercial building and you're getting a commercial charge or whatever, you have people living there.
Right, it's like a,
It's a
it's
home,
an,
yeah.
it's a home, I'm
So I think
sorry.
that's why it got,
Yeah.
that's why it got separated the way it is. That's why it's just
Yeah.
so
We
confusing.
had complaints, well, you get to water your lawn, well, and I have to mow it, so
Yeah.
it's like,
And they don't have laundry hookups or anything up there.
so.
Hmm.
But that's fine.
Okay.
You guys want me to do that, then that's what I'll do. Perfectly okay.
unless you guys, so if
No, I
we
just
give,
think it's fair, and if you change it now and you go to change it back when it does become something else, then why was it okay before?
Well, I mean, I'm just, my proposition was going to be for the office building, charge them water and sewer.
Right.
And then the apartment charge for water, and then the back apartment charge for water. Leave the sewer out of it because the base place is paying for the sewer. Because pretty soon, we're gonna be doing a whole new rate study and being charged meter charges for those buildings. So we won't even have to worry about this anymore.
My thought
But I
is,
think
if
They'll
we
get
already
one
have
bill.
it set
But
up
we
this
will.
way, why would we change it now?
I think we will have to worry
They'll
about
get
it.
one bill.
No, but here's why, because the household rate, once we do a rate study, isn't just gonna be so many gallons per dollar. It's gonna be, you know, for a hookup, you gotta pay $50 a month to $40 a month, which
Correct.
gets you so many gallons.
Correct.
And then additional gallons are this.
Right.
And because because most of our costs are not costs to run extra amounts of water through the system. Like it kind of costs us the same to
Mhm.
run the system pretty much regardless of how much water we run through it. So we need to create a rate structure so that we get that money coming in every month.
Right.
And then if somebody, you know, just leaves their hose open forever, they're gonna pay a little bit more.
We won't have meter charges for residential rates anyway.
Okay, so they're still gonna have to pay the non-meter residential rate.
They're hooked
On
up
that
to
bill.
one meter, so they're gonna be charged for what that meter is.
Well then it's gonna be
Cause that person's water, living upstairs, is gonna be flowing through that meter.
okay, so I don't think it solves it, it creates just a different problem, because we can't just lose two people paying the base rate. Because that base
We're gonna be
rate-
paying $100. That base rate isn't going to be less than what we're paying.
I'm saying it's not gonna be fair, and we'll get into it when we get to it,
Okay.
but, so we've currently been billing them each apartment a water and a sewer,
Right, but with the office being shut off with nothing.
right, but now they've got someone in the office.
I
They're
can't,
saying they're telling us they're using the office, so we're gonna start sending them a bill.
totally
And
fine
then-
with that.
And then we'll send them a water and sewer bill for the office.
water and sewer bill for the office, and then you want me to send a sewer bill for the upstairs with no vacancy, right?
For the empty.
Yeah, for the empty
Yeah.
ones. That's
And then water and sewer for the one that's
the
being
one that's
occupied. Okay.
Do all the bills go to whatever the guy's name is?
Same person, yep.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry about all that confusion. Let's move on.
Okay.
Liquor
That
store,
stuff stresses me out. Water.
it stresses all of us out. This would be better if there were 3 shut-offs. Liquor store, high water, meter reading,
Haven't done anything.
okay. Water plant generator, we just wanted to let the new operator know and see if they wanna,
Yeah, we'll have to, I'm sure they don't know anything about it, so I'll have to try to
Yeah.
meet with them and explain it.
They were given the list of the things that Aaron corrected before he left and the stuff that was still standing with issues that Aaron had, so
That weren't corrected, yeah.
yeah, so they were giving those, but whether it's gonna be an issue for them, who knows?
any other utility topics? The winter heaters, did they keep the clarifiers working?
I was out there yesterday, they don't problem.
Yeah, I mean, it's been warm now, but when it was super
Yeah.
cold, they
I
didn't
heard
hear
no
anything.
issues.
Okay, nice. And we don't need to do anything with the water tower, make sure it's just an idea. Putting that on a timer.
I don't see why it couldn't be turned down. I don't know if that's possible, if that'll even change. The thing was, it was like if we're talking about money and trying to save some, like, it's like $200 some for that thing to run.
Yeah,
Oh, you're talking about the mixer in the tower?
Mm-hmm. So I don't know if, like, putting it so the timer was so it would shut off and only turn on.
that was the idea. we could run
Yeah,
it half
so I
the
mean, I
time.
don't know if a timer running would help. I don't know if you guys wanna, like I said, it's
If we wanna
$200
do
some
something
bucks,
like
but
that, I wouldn't do that until like March, April.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So it's just here as a future idea.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, the idea was just if we could run it half the time,
Mm-hmm.
then we'd save half the electric bill. And
Yeah.
it might, you know,
And we would have to also monitor if we do it, monitor the effects of the chlorine and the
Quality.
chlorine byproducts. Yeah,
okay.
because chlorine breaks down into things that are bad, and we'll have to monitor that to see if it changes it.
Yeah. I hadn't gotten in touch with Bob before the meeting, but then Daniel Gwickoff came and we interviewed him. And then you said you have something for us to sign?
Yeah, this is, just so you guys can see, this is like a list of, like, the thing, you know, for them. This is what Bob uses. Badge numbers, or how many badges he receives. The key to Glassdoor, key to the office. He hasn't wrote anything else as far as what he has of ours. Supposedly he came with his own vest. But, and then they're supposed to put when everything is returned by.
This is the new guy?
Yeah. And then this is for you guys to sign. We swore him in last week.
Yeah, black thing.
So now, is he ready to go on his own because he's already done this before?
I think he still has to do like ride time.
You have Krista as the council president.
Oh, well,
Oh.
I didn't do that.
She never matters.
By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but when you were all talking about the murder, Bob was out, he was following you around, and
Yeah. He stopped me at the bottom of the hill when I came up to the library and said,
oh, Okay.
I thought it was pretty much taken care of, but he just was gonna be out.
Yeah, he was arrested by the time anything
Yeah.
was really figured out.
That was a good thing, I told him thanks for doing that.
Yeah. And I saw him out driving around. What was it? One night recently, a couple nights ago. I think it was Monday night.
Okay.
Cause we have an officer the second and the fourth Monday.
Okay. I haven't gotten to do the improved clarity stuff. I think the floodplain stuff is mostly done for me, so I should start that.
I have a question to circle back. Now, Bob said that we're missing what keys
Yeah.
from a previous person? Is that something that we could talk to the town attorney to see how we could get those keys back? I mean, if they're just in guy's house or something, not that it's that big of a deal, but it's just weird.
Told me he's working on that, but part of the problem is the person's in jail or prison.
Right.
So it's kinda hard to
Guess we don't have to worry too much about him.
get it from them, or, you know, like, they can't just go to the house and get it for us.
Right. I thought he lived with somebody though, so I don't
Yeah.
know. But Bob would know more about that.
Or I don't know, maybe it was on his keychain when he was arrested and it's, you know,
Yeah.
in jail.
In the
I just-
property?
What?
Hey, can we go through that bag of stuff in
Right,
here?
right.
Well, I just didn't know if that was, I mean, if it is in lockup, then that's fine, but I didn't know if that was, I mean, usually your attorney can talk to other people inside to be able to,
Hmm.
but,
Yeah,
Not that big of a
I'll
deal.
ask him about,
See if somebody can, I don't know, like contact his attorney to see how we would get our keys back that he had. Or maybe somebody can contact him and say, hey, how are we gonna get the keys back?
yeah.
Do we know if this guy's in jail awaiting trial, or is he already convicted of something and he's in jail, or?
I haven't heard
I wouldn't
anything.
think so. I mean,
And I don't, if
convicted
he
on
could
it,
get,
that would be pretty quick.
no, and if he could get out on bail, I would imagine his dad would get him out.
But if he's still in there, maybe,
I don't know if
maybe
he is
that's
or
not gonna
not.
happen.
I don't know if he is or not.
Oh, okay, I was assuming he was still in there.
We forgot to ask Bob about cages at the town council session.
No, I think you guys did, and he
We
said
did?
not every car has
Yeah.
cages.
Okay.
That,
That's
Okay.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, I
A lot of
forgot.
towns don't
There.
even use a cage.
And they're
Yeah, yeah.
expensive. But,
So, and I did tell him that someone needs to drive the Taurus once a month, and I asked about, so, can we remove this? Are we good on?
and there's something wrong with the Explorer that's in the bay because it's constantly on a battery charger.
Okay.
Hmm.
but I don't think that car has been driven since the cold weather anyways.
Sometimes you just, if you're not gonna drive it, you put it on a trickle charger.
The one in the bay? No, it doesn't start.
Oh, it doesn't start.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he says that either something's wired wrong or somebody's leaving something on. He's not sure.
Well, I can take a look at that. Is the keys in it? Or you got the keys, or he's got the keys?
He's got the keys in his office, cause as I said, are you leaving it unlocked where somebody could come in and mess with it? Or why would anybody do that? Or he doesn't know if someone's like leaving something on the inside and then it's draining it.
Mhm.
I had a
I can check that.
I had a car that the battery would just die, and I eventually figured out, if I take this one fuse out, the battery doesn't die.
Mhm.
Something started just chewing battery, and it's not a light, it's the battery that like controls the automatic sliding doors, or the fuse.
Well, I need
So-
to find that fuse.
Yeah.
I walked out of my house the other morning and my trunk was open.
Oh, weird.
And when I was going in the house, I heard tick, 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 and I was like, that's weird, and then my lights went off. Oh, okay. I get up in the morning and my trunk's open.
Oh no.
Great, my battery's dead, it started right up.
Hmm.
So I don't know at what time during the night it decided to open itself.
Yeah, typically if there's any kind of lights that come on, the computer will shut the lights off after a certain period of time.
At least that part
But
works.
if there is shorts or something, there's a way that you can check that to find out which one it is.
Yeah,
And it's a bit time consuming, but.
I put an amp meter in line with the battery, and I started.
Which cable? You have to do it with the negative cable.
Oh, I forget. Well, it worked. Whatever I
Yeah,
did.
that's exactly what you're doing. It
And then I
blows
had a
fuses
few
out
of
one
those
at a
views,
time.
and I had a kid looking at the amp meter telling me, you know.
Yeah, you did it just right.
Yeah.
The only thing is once you get that, you're pulling out the fuse, obviously you've got something that doesn't work anymore.
Right. Exactly.
So determining it, what it is from there, that's when it
Yeah,
gets
that's
really
the
time consuming.
right. No, so I didn't. I just like, oh, I guess I don't have automatic sliding doors anymore, and whatever else this fuse controlled.
Yeah, the problem with the cop cars is there's so much crap on them.
Yeah, and some of our stuff, the wiring is done in-house.
Okay.
Oh, is that right?
Mm-hmm.
So the drain, firehouse, anything happen with that?
Not yet, no.
Okay. Do, alright, fire. I still need to do this stuff. Other salary ordinance. You're gonna write up responsibilities and expectations for the street supervisor.
Do we have
Do you
that?
still wanna do that? We kinda have him being the street supervisor down here potentially.
We don't currently have anything like that, Jenny.
No,
Okay.
I have never been able to find, I mean, other than the only new job listings of stuff that we ever did was, I think for utilities when we were trying to hire that.
Mhm.
General labor when we did that, but no, and I can't, as far as like HR stuff like that, there's nothing in,
All right.
in our world.
I'll see if I can write something up for that.
I put it up in the new street superintendent section.
Well, I'm looking at the fire department. Did they ever get you a price for a gas detector or whatever?
Yeah,
Mhm.
We bought that already?
It's waiting for approval on that, if that's the one. There was 2 sent to me. And then Rodney, I don't,
yeah.
it
I,
sucks using my phone sometimes, cause I know I have an email about that. And I think Rodney did just recently send me the one that he wanted,
Okay.
so I can do that.
The plowing's been good.
Mowing's been great.
Yeah. Yeah, great. You're right. Still need to ask about insurance on the old fire truck and other bill. I just need to spend a Saturday morning and knock some of these things out. We talked about getting information from Tim about what he's paying for the extra line, and then drafting an ordinance to cover that.
Nope, he never said anything.
Okay. He didn't say anything, or?
He hasn't said anything, and I forgot to ask him.
Okay, that's fine. I mean, we told him we'd cover it, so I don't wanna
Right.
and feel like we just didn't do what we said, so,
Well, I mean, he said $5.
okay.
When he first said it, he goes, it's probably like $5. That's why I was like, do you wanna up his salary $5? Cause I don't wanna write him a check for $5. Or if we were gonna just wait till the end of the year and then, so we're still like but I would probably,
Like a salary or
it's called a
like
stipend or whatever,
Yeah.
yeah.
Like you get a phone allowance at the end of the year for
Mhm.
$60.
Okay, but you need an ordinance, even if we're paying it annually? At the end of the
Yes,
year?
yeah.
I will text him right now and find out what he's paying.
You wanna ask if he's okay with us just paying it at the end of the year, or?
Oh, an
Quarterly?
annual thing?
Yeah.
Because that's something I can put in the salary ordinance.
Okay. Oh, we
Something
already
I think I
recommend
would
that
have to
anyway.
actually put it in the salary ordinance.
Okay. Health insurance, we decided not to do anything.
Yeah.
Chicken ordinance, my wife is really wanting to get chickens.
Yeah, and the people that have chickens are really wish that we would do something about that.
Yeah. So I'm gonna, I think enough of the floodplain stuff is off my plate. I'll draft a proposed chicken ordinance. I've got some notes from when we talked about it. I gotta find. Ambulance stuff. We sent them the $750.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. We didn't end up meeting with them. I think that's okay. They had a meeting yesterday. I couldn't make it.
Well, I can tell you that a whole lot of people did.
Oh, because you guys had trouble parking?
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
parked at the
Oh,
town hall.
goodness, yeah. It's so many people at those meetings. Like it's a board of 14
The
people.
ambulance meeting?
Yeah, it's a board of 14 people. This is 4 from each of the 3 townships. The 3 of the board, and then the trustee, and then 1 from Lowell and 1 from Schneider. I reached out to some state agency. I don't know if it was local government, Department of Local Government Finance, or State Board of Accounts, to just help ask them some questions to understand how the interaction between the money that the towns get and the townships gets, which we've talked about some, and we just don't really quite. And there's somebody I sent them a list of questions, and they want to meet, like do a Zoom meeting or something, and so I think I'd like to get some of that information. Because it's this weird thing, like the townships are getting money from the property in Schneider, but less, I don't know, so I have some specific questions that could be helpful. Do you still wanna, do you think it's gonna work to do a Tuesday meeting with them?
And it's gonna be really hard for me, it
Yeah.
really is. Seems like every month it gets harder and harder for me to miss a meeting there.
Yeah. And they're not asking for anything now.
And we sent them a check, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so.
It's right there on your docket. Oop. The second one.
Sweet. Thanks for doing that. So get rid of all this other stuff and just, or do you wanna go us 3 to the meeting without Kevin, if Kevin can't make it? Or you can make it the first part, cause we meet at 6 and you guys meet at 6:30, right? I forgot that.
Well, yeah, that's true.
Okay,
I wouldn't be able to until summer when my hours change.
well then maybe summer's the time to do it. Yeah, okay.
Oh, you're talking about it here? By the way, I picked up a book at the Low Library
You did.
from some, I can't remember it's kind of a mystery like the ones that I was getting from you. This is really good, I like it.
But I just
We
don't
got-
know who it is.
We got two dead guys already.
Ooh. I like mysteries.
So I've got, when do you have to leave?
2 o'clock?
Okay. I have a meeting at 2, I need
Well,
to
I
leave.
mean, I should leave a few minutes before.
Yeah, me
2.
too.
I like all this scratching the stuff off. We can keep doing that.
Yeah.
It's making this
Yeah.
getting a little bit shorter.
And I'll remove some of the old meeting notes too. I'm just trying to not spend too much time on the document altogether. Hiring people,
You can take everything off of there until spring.
alright.
Or give equipment.
Is this all wait until spring as well? Or do you wanna order the backboards now?
Can you change my color to green? That's really
Oh.
bothering me. No, I'm just
Oh,
kidding.
sorry, yeah.
I'm
Yeah, I
just
got
kidding.
that wrong color there.
Purple.
Oh, I was gonna say, wasn't that was green. So change it to green or what?
I'll get them so that way, since the weather's getting better, then they
No,
can
they'll
get
do
put
it.
up.
I might be able to talk them into giving me some from Lowell.
Oh, okay.
If they're still sitting in that same little building where they've been sitting for years.
It would be, well, now that Kenny
Yeah,
is there,
Kenny.
it would be nice to maybe hire somebody for like park department, kind of general labor stuff. They can,
Well, when we get his helper, that'll be that person.
okay.
I think you're gonna find it. No, I'll keep it myself. A lot more will get done.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so is the broken pig, do you wanna wait till the spring on that?
Yeah, there's nothing we can do about that.
I can maybe find something to take its place.
I was gonna say, can you find a new pig?
Yeah,
I know a couple of them.
find a piggy replacement.
Somebody wanna put on that corkscrew?
I think somebody's even called me a pig once or twice. Might be my wife.
Oh, you just switched. Because this was Jenny ordered backboards and Kevin was gonna look at the pig, and now it's Jenny's gonna look at
Cool.
the pig and Kevin's gonna try to get backboards. So-
Perfect.
Inventory, did you,
I have started to do a little bit of
Okay.
it, but not a lot.
and I haven't sent you the inventory document.
I've seen the fire departments on the Google Drive, but
Oh, you have, okay.
yeah.
Oh, good, so then you do have that. And I can, print that up. Maybe I did. So we just police, and then the town hall is done, and community building is done.
You don't need dollar amounts on that stuff?
Hmm?
You don't need dollar amounts on inventory?
I have dollar amounts on everything on mine. Every time I buy something.
Non-project dues, the light in front of town hall.
I haven't gotten back with Roseland Electric.
Okay.
They were pretty swamped, and so
And then it's also the circuit breakers in the kitchen, same
Mhm.
thing. You wanna do anything with Mark, hiring him,
Is he hired?
or did we hire him?
yeah, I'm just waiting for him to get time to come in here and
Okay.
talk to me more about stuff.
Oh, this is the marker in here.
Mark, yeah, George off.
Our cleaning is really good.
So as far as all of the stuff we talked about, so salary ordinance to be moved to the next meeting? So I know what to put on the agenda. You probably won't have a chicken ordinance drafted by then, will you? 2 weeks?
Probably not, and
Okay.
I'm gonna be out of town next week.
Well, I mean, that's gonna be a lot.
I think for the next work session that we could talk about. it.
Perfect, okay. And then, I should have an annual report, pretty much, kind of. My brain's squishy right now. Those are gonna be the two big things on the agenda. Annual report, cause I have to submit it by the end of February.
Okay,
Salary ordinance.
yeah.
You get the new forms for the W-2 things that you said you didn't have?
Oh, yes.
Oh, okay. We kinda wanna do our taxes, so.
Yeah, do you do them yourself? No, or you
No.
take them somewhere? Okay. I know, and it was like, I was so mad, so I'm not going to order them. The company that I'd go through, it was like our software company, our checks, all of that stuff. I mean, we've been using them since the beginning of Schneider. Like, we have old ledger books with them in there. They've gone through some internal growth company stuff. They're not like a family company anymore. They're a big, huge, major corporation now. I had a guy that would actually come in like 3 times a year and come and check on and say, hey, what's going on? Now it's like, lady said, hey, it's time to order tax forms. And I said, just send me what you've been sending me the last 14 years, 15 years, whatever. And then there was no W-2s in there.
Hmm.
So thankfully,
We said it was the one for the state there was, wasn't it? Isn't that
well,
right?
the ones I gave you guys were like, cause I always order, I don't order just 9 for my employees. I'll order like 12 in case I mess up. So if you look, yours says like 2024, or it might even say 2023.
Oh, that I didn't notice, okay.
That's the problem, was I had to use old forms.
Okay.
So
The date
the information is all correct. It's just, if you take it to your accountant, they might be like,
Mhm.
or if you get audited for some reason. But, so I ordered, like, when I noticed it, I ordered new ones, so.
Okay. Well, when they're all filled out, just let me know so I can.
Yeah.
kind of grab them.
So I want everybody to have the right year in their files and stuff like that for them.
Yeah, I used to be one of those people that would do it right away. Now I'm one of those April 14th people. It's not good anymore.
Just got a thing from Tim. It's right at $15 a month if you wanna pay for it. That's pay for it. That's fine by me. Once a year would be fine. So it's not $5 a month, it's 15.
I'm
So,
fine with it.
do you want me to add that to the salary ordinance, that
Yeah,
Yeah,
15 times 12 is, will be given to the building commissioner annually?
mm-hmm.
the reimbursement for the phone, right? We're gonna put it in as a reimbursement, so it's not.
Yeah,
taxable.
a phone stipend,
Yeah. Yep.
okay.
I went and while we've been talking, I deleted some old stuff. Did we get the codes set up
No,
on
we
that?
never did.
What cones?
Mm-hmm.
No,
Around the lady that tripped.
nope.
I think we should put the cones right in front of the door.
She's coming in with all kinds of issues, every time.
about that or new things?
No, plowing. She was told that she couldn't put a sign up that said private parking only because it is municipal owned. So she's like, if it's municipally owned, then how come it's not municipally plowed?
She doesn't like it here, maybe she should move. Just an idea.
Well, she asked Kenny one time if he would plow her out. Pretty please, and so he did it for her, and then he threw gravel in that thing and caused a big, so he didn't plow her. He goes, never ask me again, I'm not doing it without her asking. And she didn't ask, so he didn't do it.
Well, she did realize after when the gravel was put in there, because she didn't say anything directly to him, did she?
No,
Okay, because she said she felt bad responding to me that way because we were acting to take care of it. And it's really not her choice to decide how we take care of it. We made it so she couldn't trip over the lip of it. Cause I was like, you know, you could always put a mat in front of your door to
yeah,
go like that.
that's what I said, you can go in the door, walk all the way up the steps.
You're telling
Another
me that
mat,
all of
you
that
go in
gravel
that
isn't gonna
little-
come off your shoes going all the way up those
There's
stairs?
gotta be like
Yeah,
another
take your
little
damn shoes
landing
off.
to go
Yeah,
up.
that's what my wife makes me do.
You know, there's gotta be a little spot where the two doors separate for the apartment, there's another mat. Oh my. Stay out of the mud puddles, that's. Like somebody said, like this for the sun. They can't hear me.
Alright, anything else?
Yep, I'm good.
Alright, I just been deleting the old stuff out of the document. So, alright, we're adjourned.
Alright.
Okay.